if you pressed on this video, you were probably very unhappy. Or you just stumbled across this video and you were like, why not watch it? Or you were like, I have nothing to lose by watching this. Or whatever other reason you may have. Welcome to the video. I will be teaching you, well, not teaching you, but I will be giving you advice on what can make, so I will be giving you advice on how to almost grow out of your unhappy state and grow into your more happy state of mind. And yes, so that's what I will be teaching you. So let's just go right into the video. So the first thing is to just completely get off of social media, and I don't mean just get out from the content, I mean completely get off of social media. Even if it will even take you to delete the app, because you know that you will be going on the app no matter what you say, delete the app, completely get off of social media, because social media gets us almost addicted to hearing what people have to say about us, or just knowing that people like us. It kind of, social media is the place we go to get all these dopamine hits, and this amount of dopamine hits that we get from social media is extremely unhealthy to us humans, and it's so unhealthy to our human minds. And so we have to get off of social media at least time to time. We shouldn't even be going on it for longer than an hour. And I mean, not just like an hour on Instagram, an hour on TikTok, and an hour on Snapchat. I mean, like completely an hour for all of it. But I would truly recommend you completely get off of it. Ever since I've gotten off of social media, I have found a lot more respect for myself, and I no longer really care about what people think about me, because social media is all about liking. If someone doesn't like your post, you're thinking, this person doesn't like me, or this person's ignoring me, or whatever. Or when someone unfollows you, they must not like me anymore. So we get this feeling of, no, I won't be posting this on my main account, because on my main account I'm only posting pictures of myself, and in those pictures you tend to look good. But just always remember that everybody's perception of what looks good, what looks beautiful, what looks pretty, what looks outstanding, phenomenal, and all of these other things, for everybody this understanding is very different. So for one person you may be the most beautiful person in the world, but for another you may be the ugliest creature on the planet. And by getting off of social media, you put both the opinions to the side and you're like, I feel amazing, and that's what's important here. Because if you don't feel good, what value is it bringing you when someone says you look beautiful? It's gonna bring no value if you don't see it in yourself. But if someone says you're ugly and you feel that you are ugly, that's gonna bring more value to your statement, and it's almost going to show you that yes, I am, when you're not. So social media forces us to unconsciously change our perception of ourselves, which is why I really don't like social media and I don't really go on it. And I have deleted it, and I am happier than ever, and I'm so just happy. Obviously it took a little bit of time for me to get used to not being on social media. I've been on social media ever since I was 11, maybe even younger. So it's been a good couple of years of me using social media. So to get off of it, it takes a bit of time to get used to that. But once you get used to it, you really become the happiest person, because just the opinions of other people don't matter to you. The amount of likes you get don't matter to you. When most people post a post and it doesn't get many likes, they delete it. Or it doesn't get many comments, they delete it. Or they look at it and they're like, oh, they might point us, and they delete it. And that's horrible, and we shouldn't be doing that to ourselves. On social media, I don't even look at what other people are doing, because I truly don't care about what people are doing. So the only thing you do with social media is hurt yourself, because you care about what people think about you, and then you care about what other people's lives, like what's going on in other people's lives. You're like, oh my gosh, this person changed their status to single. Oh my goodness, that means they broke up. Oh my gosh, this person deleted all this. Oh my god, what's going on? why do you care? Like, why do you care so much about what's going on in other people's lives? I honestly couldn't care less about what's going on in other people's lives because I'm so focused on improvements. So I feel like social media is such a big distraction, and once you just take that out, you're amazing and you're gonna do so good, and you no longer care about what people think and say about you. You just truly don't. You just learn to not care anymore because you don't care about the likes, you don't care about the comments, you don't care about what people will think about your posts. Well, when most people post, I guarantee you that, and this is not like real statistics that I'm saying here, but I guarantee you that over 75% of people that post something on social media, they post because they feel like it will get a lot of likes. So I don't go on social media, and I am honestly so happy. My next step is to stop talking negatively about other people. I realized that I was very unhappy when I was talking about other people. It's when I was younger, I would talk negatively about so many people, and I guarantee you that if anybody that knew me in my secondary school, I guarantee you that they can tell you that I was one of the most horrible people, that all I did was talk badly behind other people's backs. I guarantee you that they could tell you so many things that I have said about so many people. I truly can guarantee you that at least one person will be able to say or remember one thing that I did wrong and says really badly about someone. At that time, was doing so bad. I was so insecure and I was just really unhappy with so many aspects of my life, and I tried to fit into this group of girls that I just didn't belong to, and I tried so hard to fit in with these girls, and in year 9, this group of girls kind of went their own separate ways, and I tried to fit in so bad, and it's like whenever I ran out of a topic, I would pick up another topic by talking badly about someone else just to keep a conversation going, because I always felt that I have to keep a conversation going, or that I have to talk about something very personal in my life. So what I would do is I would take very personal aspects of my life and I would share it with them, or I would talk badly about other people and share it with all of them, just to keep a conversation going. And I feel like that is so wrong, because if you've got nothing to say, simply don't say a thing. But I would talk badly about people, and they all know that I did it. I know that I did it. However, I forgave myself, and they might not have forgiven me. But all I know is that I've grown from that. I no longer talk badly about people. It's not in my interest, it's not my best interest to talk badly about people. I also myself had people talk badly about me behind my back. I still have it to this day, and I truly do not care anymore. However, there are many people that care, and so that is why just talking behind people's backs is just not in my best interest anymore. I have so much, ever since I've gained respect for myself, I have got so much respect for other people. And when I moved countries, I came to this new school, and I had this opportunity to build a brand new reputation, and that is exactly what I did. People didn't know my past. They don't know what I have been through. They don't know what I have said. So they have this new perception of me, and I got to show the new me. I never talked badly behind people's backs. I never made up rumors, and if I talked about someone, obviously it's a bit normal to talk about what's kind of going on. However, I don't do it often anymore because I don't really care. But I would talk positively about people, and when someone was saying something badly or negatively about someone, I would be like, but why are you saying that? Like, seriously, why are you doing that? When I know it's a lie, I'm like, why are you doing it? When I'm not sure, I'm like, I'm trying to see if they're lying or not. I try to stop it, basically, is what I'm trying to say here, because it's so disrespectful to the other person, and it's so disrespectful to yourself as well. Because I believe that a person that respects themselves doesn't care about what other people do, because they just simply have no time to care about what people do. So they have so much time, you know, but they choose it to spend it wisely, because they choose to spend it on growth. That's what a person that respects themselves do. And I automatically know when someone respects themselves or when someone doesn't respect themselves. And one of the key things that point to it is talking badly about people. Like, that's just the thing that I know. And I realized when I came here, I started talking negatively on a certain group of girls again. And I obviously didn't do as much anymore, but I still did it. And I realized that it made me very unhappy, because I didn't do it, and then I started doing it a little bit, and I became very unhappy during that time, and then I stopped, and now I'm very happy again. And so that's why I believe, this is the next point, that whatever you put out is what you get back. So when you talk badly about people, you are putting out really bad energy, and what do you get? You get that energy in return. What you put out is what you get back. So if you only put out positive, the most positive and happiest things, the best things, that's what you get back. You get back the more positive and everything. And it's true, I realized that whatever I put out into the world, I get back. So the happier, like the better things I put out, the happier I felt. So it's like you get this in return. And so I realized that when I was talking badly about people, I felt so badly about myself after. Like, I just really don't like talking about people, and I make it so obvious to so many people. I just really dislike talking negatively on other people. Unless they really, truly, really annoyed me and did something to really hurt me, I will not talk badly about you. And I don't talk badly about them people. I don't talk badly about them people. If all I'm saying is talking about how they treated me, and you're saying I'm talking badly about that person, then what does that really show? It shows that that person behaved extremely horribly towards me, that you're saying that I'm talking badly about that person, when all I'm saying is how an event occurs, what happened. So yeah, whatever you put out into the world is what you get back. This point is, I feel like a lot of people do it. Oh, people always look back at the past. They always look back at what they did. Looking back at the past constantly. Looking back at the past all the time. They always think about the past. They're like, oh, what I did was so embarrassing. And they would just constantly talk about it. Or that one bad thing they did one day, and they still feel guilty about it, even though everybody has forgotten about it. Why are you looking back at the past? You have changed as a person. Hopefully, you have changed as a person. If you're constantly looking back at the past, you are spending so much time. So you're spending so much time looking back at the past. When all that time could be getting used to develop and grow. You're not growing one bit. You're still looking back at the past. You're looking back at what you did in November 2016, and nobody can remember what you did then. The only person that is constantly thinking about it is you. And if someone else is thinking about it the whole time as well, then that person is obviously a little bit obsessed with you, because they shouldn't really be spending their time thinking about what you did one day. But I guarantee you that no one thinks about it as much as you do. It's just the way it works. Nobody thinks about it as much as you do. So stop looking back at the past, because you cannot change the past. Forgive yourself for the past, because you cannot change the past. You cannot go back and look at the past. You can think about it, but you can never go back to the past and look at what you did or change it. You can never change the past. You have to be grateful for everything that has happened and for everything that you do. Because if it didn't happen, you wouldn't have been in the same place you are now. Like, the universe is constructed in such a way that it's just so crazy to think about. The odds of everything that is happening right now are so small that it's crazy. The chance of another human being in the same place you are, having the exact same hairstyle as you, being in the same clothing as you, being in the same place as you, being angled in the same way as you, like everything. The chances of this all happening are so incredibly low, so just be grateful for everything that brought you to this moment, because the chances of this moment being repeated are so small. But during this time, what are you doing? You're focusing on what you did in 2016. Like, just try not to look at the past. Just try not to look back at the past, because you can no longer change the past. It's gone. The future isn't here yet. We have the present right now. So you should be focusing on this, and you should be focusing on your future. But in order to focus on your future, you have to plan in the present. So it's the present that has the most power, because it then changes our future. So we cannot change the future because it's not here yet. So we don't know how it went like, so we don't know what it's going to be like, so we can't change it because we don't know what it's like. The only thing we can do is change what's going on in the present. If you don't like a sweet that is in front of you, you simply get rid of it and change it out for another one. It's what you do in the present that counts. So, and if you want to change the future, you have to plan it in the present. It's the present that is the most important thing. So don't look back at the past. Forgive yourself for every wrong thing you've done. And stop thinking about it and stop feeling embarrassed over it, because I guarantee that they don't think about it. And if they do, so what? They are the ones that are living with it in their heads. You have forgiven yourself. You are feeling okay with what you've dealt with. So you no longer care about what happened. So forgive yourself for everything you did in the past. Just forgive yourself. Is it really that hard? Simply pray and trust God. Pray and trust God and believe that everything will be okay. Because once you have prayed and you trust that everything will be okay, you have won. Because you know that no matter what has happened, no matter what will happen, it will all be okay. You've got to trust God. Just know that everything happens for a reason, and God will never do anything in your life to hurt you. Never. Whatever you believe in, if you believe in God, the universe, or whatever else, just know that everything happens for a reason. And that the higher power that put us here will never do something to hurt you. It will do things to teach you things. God, everything that He does for you. You've got to believe that everything that happens in your life is designed for you to succeed. God will never hurt you. So talk with God and trust Him. And then you will be okay and you will grow. So that's the key to being happy, and that's the key to growing. So yeah. Hi everyone.